Zdravíčko, já jsem Cyberfish a zdravím vás už 43. epizody ze hry Hogwarts Legacy. Minulý díl jsme zase pomáhali Sebastianovi, trošku se choval jako vocas, mi říkal vyloženě slovíčko na K, ale vyloženě jako vocas. Ta temná magie mu už leze na mozek. Vyloženě vidí nepřátelé všude. No jenom zjistili jsme něco o Izadoře, což byla taky totální čunťa. Music Room, Herodiana, ne, to nebudem dělat. Jo, Treasure, Moony, tady to uděláme. Teď jdeme na vedlejšáčky, protože hlavní questíky nemáme. Takže si skočíme na vedlejšáčky, nějaký malý vedlejšáčky na chvíli. Jo, dobrý, a my už můžeme skočit sem se partnout a dojít si do té hrobky rodiny a vrátit tam to, co jsme měli vrátit, aby ten její brácha nebyl prokletej. Jak docela mi to baví, asi bych fakt možná udělal ještě to za ty ostatní kole, ale nevím, jestli fakt...
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Welcome, welcome. Do have a look around.
Hello again, Mr. Thistlewood.
Oh, it's you again, my favorite Hogwarts student. Never attended Hogwarts myself. In fact, I've never been more than a stone's throw from our humble hamlet. Now, how may I be of service?
You never wanted to get out and explore the world around you?
Hard to believe, isn't it? Especially for someone so young. But no, some folk just aren't born with the need to wander. My sister Helen, on the other hand, she saw some of the world in her time as an aura. But I'm happy here.
What do you have for sale?
Now, how can I help? That ought to serve you nicely.
Tady máme tohle na ten prodej. Tak, máme tady akorát ty neidentifikovatelný.
Thank you. I hope to see you again soon.
Já vím, že se fakt těší na tu beast, ale... No to koště je rychlejší.
Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there. Revelio.
Dale Family Tomb.
Than he realizes. I'd better find him. Well, my feet didn't turn into beads. That's a good start. Confringo! Revelio! Confringo!
Jo, počkej. Tam zase taky rozmrdnou.
Should have known a herbologist would use devil's snare. A troll? You can't be serious. Imperial! Crucial! Confringo! Defender! Confringo. Defender.
Jo, sundá, ty vole.
Confringo. Crucial. Defender. Potato.
Aký to je teď, jo, když po tobě házím to samé, co ty po mně, ha? No tak
Confringo. Defender. Crucial. Potato. Confringo. Defender. Stupefy. Confringo. Crucial. Revelio.
No počkej, a já jsem chtěl vidět, jestli se dostaneme zpátky nahoru, a protože nahoru to jsou taky věci, ale co bych chtěl.
A sarcophagus. This must be Marmaduke.
Marmaduke.
That should reverse the curse. Hopefully.
Marmaduke. Jo, tady tu se dá vůbec zpátky, ha?
Would you please meet with me in the Great Hall? I have come upon a difficult time, and I need a friend.
Okay.
Well, Marmaduke certainly left behind more than plants. Revelio. Well, Marmaduke certainly left behind more than plants.
The hamlet of Irondale. It's south of the castle. I think the cave that Doran...
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo.
Takže za Natty a za... Popy? Jo, za popy. Ok, to jsou dvě dobrý postavy. Jedna je za... Třeba to nevím, hora... Havraspár? Teďko nevím, jestli žlutou uniformu má Havraspár. Jo, má, Mrzimon má modrou. Za Havraspár a druhá je za Nebelgir, ano. Druhá je z Ugandy, ano. Uganda, to je dobrý, že to je zastoupená Uganda. Mě zajímalo, jak na tohle to reagoval Gross, když tam byl postava z Ugandy.
Samantha will be glad to hear that the crest has been returned.
Jo, určitě.
I certainly hope it reverses the curse.
Já no. Jak vidíte, nejví brácho, už z toho bude mít dost. Jo, Natty a Poppy. A? Lockdogs Loyalty. Takže hlavní quest. Tak tady máme taky nějaký kolekty. Dead Stroll. Dead Stark. Přímě mi překvapilo, že jsme tady mohli, i když ne fyzicky, mít v držení relikvie smrti, tam jako přímě, to jsem byl jako celkem rád, jako milý easter egg na Harryho Pottera 7 a Deadly Hallows. Jo, my jsme chtěli se portnout, že? No jo, je to tak. Tak, počkat. To je do Hogwarts. Říkám to Hogwarts a otevřu Hogsmeade, ty vole. Unikátní jednorožec. Aha. To je pánečku quest. A nejdřív uděláme to, co potřebujeme. Šup. Jo, return to Samantha. Ty vole, já jsem debil, vole. No, ale já chci library, že jo? Ty vole, nebo ona byla v tom greenhouseu? Fuck. Teď já nevím kudy. To prdele. Ježišmarja.
Oh, the ministry will hear about this! The fiends will rot in Azkaban!
Okay.
Sir, are you all right? You seem to be in some distress.
All right? Do I look all right? I've been kidnapped!
How can you be kidnapped when you're right here?
What sort of question is that? Of course I'm right here. I've more than one frame. Do you only have one home? It's my other frame. It's been stolen. And by students, no less. They paid filthy thieves to steal my other frame.
Oh dear. That sounds awful.
Well, awful is exactly what Astoria Cricket is. She's behind all of this. She and her friends were moaning about me of all the nerve. Then I heard her plot to enlist a gang of good-for-nothings to have me stolen from the Three Broomsticks. That's where my other frame hung. A hovel of a place. Though I suppose one could do worse. I once knew a portrait who ended up in the Hog's Head. No one's heard from him since.
Right. So back to your frame.
Ah, yes. There I was, powdering my wig, and the next thing I knew, I was being manhandled by rogues and carried off. As if I can afford not to be at my post. I do important work for the headmaster, and I need my other frame back at the Three Broomsticks.
Broomsticks.
Just who is Astoria Cricket, and what would she want with your frame?
She's a fourth-year troublemaker, that's who. She and her band of hoodlums discuss all sorts of misdeeds right under my nose, and then resent me for overhearing them. I can only assume they took my frame in some misguided attempt to punish me for doing my job.
What do you mean you do important work for the headmaster?
Let's just say I overhear quite a bit in Serona's fine establishment, and the headmaster likes to know all about it. He's come to count on me in this regard. Reminds me of my prefect days.
I don't suppose you have any idea where your stolen frame was taken. Can you see anything from it?
I most certainly can. They brought me to a ruin of all places. Some crumbling atrocity surrounded by water from the sound of it. Oh, I do also recall seeing the coast on the way.
I could look into the matter for you.
Oh, would you? How marvelous. Do it quickly, though, won't you? The place they took me to is quite beneath me. Off you go, then. It's an outrage. No one makes a fool of Ferdinand Octavius Pratt.
Tyhle drž hubou nebo vystavuje hlava, kurva. Ještě takhle víc u toho užívaný portrét, to jsem ještě neviděl, jo. Díky, jasno. No a my jsme neměli do knihovny, my jsme měli někam jinam. Tady budeme dělat dokonce i quest pro obraz. Ty vole, buď ticho. Ticho buď už. Ticho, vole, nikoho to nezajímá, prostě jsi vocaz, vole, nějaká čtvrtečka tě ukradla, houkej, vole, já to beru, chápu. Čemu mi to je? Počkej, proč je tohle 500 metrů ode mě? Wait a second. Paní profesorko. Ne. Tva, ale je tady něco taky. Venku, ale. Počkej. Jo, tady je ona. Jo.
I'm happy to tell you that I returned the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus just as you asked.
I thought as much. I received word from St. Mungo's that my brother's feet are back to normal. No more beats. Oh, I cannot thank you enough. It wasn't too much trouble, I hope.
Just a measly old troll, nothing significant.
A troll? Oh dear, I'm so sorry. That's awful. No one has been in that tomb for centuries. But I can't say I'm surprised. Marmaduke seems to have been full of surprises.
Indeed he was.
Well, I suppose I should be going. I'm anxious to see my brother, who must be elated to have his feet back.
Of course, I certainly would be.
William and I are forever in your debt. Thank you again for what you did.
Obviously,
Jo,
of course we're going to be the best.
totem, vole, jsme dostali. Jo, to je krikeru, tak zváčke. Paní profesorka. To je profesorka. Já nebudu mít od vás žádný questy, vole. To je škoda. Tak, Hogsmeade. Tady máme dokonce i tadyhleto. Než teda skočíme k těm 3 košťatům. Tady máme tohle. Jo, to je tohle. Těm 3 košťatům najdeme ten portrét a pak skočíme dál. Nevím, záleží podle minut. A máme 12 minut, to podle mě s tím nemyšle hlavní quest. A Vánoce v Bradavicích jsou jasný. To bude luxusní, ale v životě by se si nedal ty vole vábocký stromy, no jestli to 3 košťata.
A story of cricket?
That depends. Am I in trouble?
Ferdinand Pratt thinks you should be. Says you stole his frame.
I wouldn't call it stolen. Relocated's more like it. How do I put this nicely? Ferdinand Pratt is a postulant boil, and he's lucky I didn't have him sealed in a wall.
He truly is rather foul, isn't he?
All he does is spy on students in here and report back to the headmaster. Sometimes, if there's nothing to report, he'll make it up. I spent 4 hours in detention last week, all because he told Black that I was planning to drain the lake, whatever that means. It was the last straw. He and his frame had to go.
May I ask where you put him?
Well, I didn't put him anywhere. The frame is likely with the fine gents I paid to snatch it. They camp in a ruin by the coast. I just wanted it far enough away that I'd never have to think about Ferdinand Pratt ever again.
You do know he's screaming in the library as we speak.
Oh, for the love of Merlin. If you ask me, he's got nothing to scream about. I could have had him put in the hogshead. The pampered Pratt would have hated it. Grimy walls, smell of goats. And the patrons, they eat snooty princes like Ferdinand for dinner. But what's done is done. He isn't here anymore, and if I were you, I should enjoy it. Lovely chatting with you.
Alfred Lawley's none too pleased. Seems he's been burgled. I shall pretend I never heard the rumours of your involvement. Folk still talk about you taking down that troll in the village circle.
Dala ty vole do ruin, ty vole. Ach jo. Řve v knihovně. No, řve no. Mi to dost čule. Kde to je? To je ono to až tady, jo. Hele, a tady je to. To je rovnou i ten hlavní quest. A to nepůjdem. Tam jezdí ten obraz, ty vole. Dal bych ho do Hogsheadu, jo. Do tečka. Zaslouží.
What gave
Revelio.
you the right to free that dragon from Horntail Hall?
No,
No one's going to pay a ransom for that portrait.
How did I get mixed up?
There's trouble afoot.
Imperial.
Potato! Petrificus totale! You're a bit dodgy with your skills, aren't you, sweetheart? Reducto! Nice drive! No one's going to pay a ransom. Anyone looking for trouble found it in me.
Imperial.
Petrificus totale! Out of your arms. Petrificus totale!
You're going to regret that.
Petrificus totale!
This could prove dangerous.
Petrificus totale!
Confringo!
Defender! Reducto! That's just pitiful! You haven't... Reducto!
Vedle.
Imperio!
Release me!
Crucio! Confringo! Defender! Confringo!
Potato! Reducto!
Defendo!
Yow.
And I haven't even had me tea yet! Reducto!
Confringo!
You'll pay for that!
Crucio! Defendo! Confringo!
Potato!
Imperio!
You're easier to spot than an eruptor. Knew you would know.
Confringo! Defendo!
Reducto!
Confringo!
Potato! Reducto!
Defendo!
Whoops. Papa. Tak, tady je Merlin. To udělám, protože to je jednoduchý, to je s těma světluškama.
Lumos! Lumos! Depulso! Lumos!
Tak vám ještě říct, že přiletí další sráčové na to, který chce na to oprdel. No co ty poslední, jo?
Revelio! Confringo! Lumos! That's that. Settled.
Tak, to máme další Merlina, no? Tak a teď kde je ten blbý port, on bude dole, že jo?
Revelio!
ty vole, lokty.
Aloha, Mora.
Ty vole, držu. Já už ho dám slyším, ty vole. To je asi jeden z nejotravnějších obrazů, ty vole, opravdu.
Well, it's about time. It's a wonder there's anything left of me.
Calm down, I'm here now.
Calm down. Those buffoons outside have been talking about burning me. Me! If they weren't all sharing half a brain, they'd realize I'm worth more to them intact and at the Three Broomsticks.
How was that?
With everything I overhear, I'm a veritable trove of information. Now, don't just stand there. I need to be back by cocktail hour. The place will be like a funeral without me.
What if I don't want to return you to the Three Broomsticks?
What on earth do you mean?
What if I took you to the Hog's Head instead? I've heard such nice things.
What a funny little joke. Now, the Three Broomsticks, please. Oh, they're bound to be missing me terribly. Be sure to carry me carefully, won't you? My pantaloons are already creased. Where have you put me? It's pitch black in here. I shan't stand for this.
Debil, ty vole.
You made a mistake. You better not be a trick.
Confringo! Defender!
Your life ends. Your life ends here. You come to the wrong place.
What is this? What just happened to me? Oh, too hard.
Imperio!
Happening.
Avoid the problem.
Confringo! Defender!
What? Is Treadwell nearby again?
Confringo!
Heh, I said it quick.
Confringo!
Defender!
Dobře. Tak, co my tady máme? Je takhle. Můžu ho hodit k těm 3 košťatům. A nebo ho vyloženě fakt hodit ke 3 košťatům, anebo Hogside. A jelikož je to hajzlík, tak ho tam dáme, protože bonzuje na studenty řediteli. To se smí, vole. Je to všivej parchan. Je to práskač. A práskače, co? Práskače nikdo nemá rád. Počkej. Já tady. Já ho tam položím. Aj seru, vole. Nebude, ty vole. Práskat na studenty, ty vole.
I was told that
Ne, to jsou 3 košťata.
my first employment was at Honeydew's.
Tady. Ne, to můžu? Ne.
Oh, really? I forgot that troll likely never knew what hit it. It was the train that fell.
What is the meaning of this? This isn't the Three Broomsticks.
No, it's not. It's the Hog's Head.
Did you fall into a cauldron of stupid potion? You've brought me to the wrong place! It's absolutely vile in here.
It's no 3 broomsticks, that's for certain.
Please, you can't mean to leave me here. Please.
Goodbye, Ferdinand. Enjoy your new home.
I normally toss the both of you out. But I like the look of the fancy man. Target practice.
This is an outrage. Do you hear me? An outrage.
Dobře, tak jsme vyjebali s obrazem. To nebude už boncovat na studenty. Teď taky máme nějaký questík vedlejšáček. Můžeme se na to podívat.
Why, if it isn't my most generous man! This remarkable thing is called an accordion. Look at it go!
Revelio.
Wager I could handle another enchantment now.
Is everything all right?
Oh, bless you. Oh, thank you for asking. I'm Betty. Betty Bugbrook. And no, everything is not all right. It's my dear friend Hazel. Oh, she's in trouble.
Hazel?
Yes. Oh, she's a unicorn. Known her for years. She doesn't like to leave the forest, so I visit her once a week to brush out her mane and bring her some treats. Her coat is glorious. Well, the last time I saw her, we were violently attacked by a pack of wolves. Hazel, loyal friend that she is, leapt in front to protect me, and in the process, I fear she may have been injured.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I want to help her, but she seems to have gone into hiding. Out of fear, I'd imagine. I know you Hogwarts students learn a fair bit about caring for beasts. Perhaps you could find my unicorn friend and get her somewhere safe so that she can heal.
How did you become so close with the unicorn?
It was luck, truly. I came across her when she was a little golden foal. Didn't even have a horn yet. Oh, she trusted me straight away. We'd play together for hours. Oh, I do hope she'll be all right. Unicorn hair is a valuable wand core, and I suppose losing a hair or two mightn't hurt her. But I'm terrified those poachers will want her for her blood, to keep themselves alive. And that is more than I can bear to think of.
I'll keep an eye out for your unicorn friend and take her to safety if I see her.
Oh, you've a good soul. I can always tell. Please, don't risk your own safety, though. I don't know precisely where she is, but I can tell you that her den is north of Hogsmeade. And although I haven't been able to brush her lately, I imagine she still has the brightest, most beautiful coat of her entire herd. Remember, you'll know her by her brilliant coat and be warned.
My plan is to have enough gamblers one day that
I need to look for a unicorn with a beautifully bright coat. It sounds as if she's in trouble.
Do prdele. Tady vypustilo to skakání.
What's more powerful than the dark arts? Not even love, I reckon.
Is the new reversal hex
Hazel must be here somewhere. Revelio. Come on, Hazel. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio.
Pojďte, vole.
Glacius.
Teď můžu zmrazit, vole.
Revelio.
Kde?
The curiosity they keep at Hogwarts will not serve you well.
Glacius. Leviosa. Now, I'm only trying to help. Leviosa. Glacius.
Mám tě.
I can take Hazel back to a vivarium now. I should let Madame Bugbrook know she's safe.
Tak, Hogsmeade.
I don't think anyone at the ministry works a day in their life themselves.
Oh, what you say?
Madame Bugbrook, I found your unicorn friend Hazel.
Oh, what a relief! Is she all right? Are you all right? Do you have a safe place for her to stay?
We're both fine. And I have a safe place for her at Hogwarts.
You've a kind heart, you do. I'm relieved and thankful that you'll take care of her. I shall miss my sweet pointy pony, but I know she's safer away from the poachers. Do give her a nice brushing for me, won't you? Take good care of Hazel now.
Okay. Dobrá. Ok, to je všechno pro dnešní díl. Co jsme dodělali? Ne. 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 Jo, tady. Ty vlky. Bohužel nemáme další skill point, to znamená, že ještě jsme neudělali level. Ale jsme daleko od toho, aby jsme další level udělali, takže bomba. Takže tam něco je? Inventory, Hazel. Skočíme ještě do té common room a hodíme tam ty další 2 tokeny. A asi bychom měli hodit tomu blbcovi, ne? Ještě mapa. Hogwarts. Kde my chceme jít? Jo, to je ta Astronomy Tower, jo. Počkej, nebo to bylo tady? Jo, Faculty Tower. Kurva, tady. Faculty Tower a potom přímo vyloženě ta naše rmunka. Tam hodíme ještě ty 2 to. Máme zatím 2, no. Víc jsme demigájů nenašli, kde ten pocas, ty vole. Tady.
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings. Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
We're getting close, but you must bring me more before I can teach you how to improve casting a la Homora.
I'll keep an eye out for more demiguise statues and see if I can bring you more moons.
I commend you for your courage and valor, especially since they can only be collected at night.
Tak, třeba common room. Ty vole, my jsme chtěli ještě popy a Natty, ty vole. Skočíme za to Natty a popy ještě. Kde jsme to měli hotový. Ten Pokec, kde...
Some days I'm not...
Natty, is everything all right?
There are times when my father's absence drifts to the back of my mind, and I feel peace for a day or two. But this is not one of those times. I miss him. I miss running with him. I miss Matibeleland. He should still be here. And it's my fault that he isn't.
It's not your fault, Natty. There's nothing you could have done to prevent it.
That is what my mother says. But he died protecting me. And I cannot help but feel guilty over that. I find myself reliving the moment more often than I would like. I believe I would feel less helpless if I could truly put an end to Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's miserable lot. Each day they remain free, they do more damage, leaving people like Archie Bickle to suffer the consequences.
I agree, Natty. We'll get them. I've never seen someone so committed to a cause.
Thank you. I believe we will get them, beginning with Harlow. Thank you for speaking with me. It was very helpful.
Tak, máme tady. To byl Hogsmeade, ne? Šmara, kde pálí zase? Jo, tady. Co dělá tady? Máme v tom Irondale, já. Prdele.
You made it.
Jasně, že jo. Neříkej.
I take it this means you had some luck at the library?
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive. Especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave? I think I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Did you discover why people avoid this cave?
Ridiculous, really. Rumour was that the cave drove people mad. I couldn't find any account by someone who had been in the cave, though. So either it is a rumour, or anyone who went in wasn't in any state to speak of it afterwards.
Well, we're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed. I wonder if you'd go blind from staring directly at a moonstone.
Jdeme do Moonstone Garden. Bude poslední, co v dnešním díle uděláme. Pojď, papi. Jdeme.
You don't think the rumors about the cave are true, do you?
I suppose we'll find out, won't we?
Confringo! Accio!
Rozbil jsem vás, sorry. Zanechci.
Revelio!
It's another aggressive one!
Oh.
Imperial! Crucible! Confringo! Defender! Confringo!
What is going on with them?
No, prostě se zbláznili, vole. No, nebude dobře. Počkat.
Depulso!
Tohle bude dobře.
Revelio!
Prostě použijeme Depulso. Já vím, co skočím s nima.
Foipers!
I beg your pardon?
This must be how the rumor about the cave started. The Fwooper's song is said to drive anyone who hears it mad.
Accio!
If the Moonstone is here and so are Fwoopers, I wonder if it's being protected.
Super věhy, Poppy.
Why am I not
Accio.
surprised? First the Fwoopers and now this.
Accio!
We need to find moths for those spinners.
Blbě, kurva, jsem posadil kombinaci.
Akio!
No, kde to třetí, jo? Je to, ne? Jo.
Perhaps the runes on the walls have something to do with finding the moths.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Glacius. Lumos.
Lumos.
Ty to nemají dělat.
Levioso. Depulso.
Another obstacle. No matter. I'm sure we can work out a way across.
Akio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Levioso.
No, jasně.
Depulso. Lumos.
To je ale mrtka, ty vole.
Depulso.
Merlin, it's beautiful.
Lumos. Levioso. Lumos.
Tohle nepotřebujeme. Můžu vzít 2 na 1, asi ne, co? Kde svině, vole, má se zase brát zpátky.
Levioso.
Yeah.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Lumos. Easy.
You did it.
Yes, of course I did.
Imperial.
I was hoping we wouldn't have to do this again.
Confringo. Defender. Confringo. Revelio. Crucial. Confringo. Defender. Imperio. Confringo. Defender.
Look, where the water's bubbling. How odd.
Shall we take a closer look?
You read my mind.
Jestli jdeme podáte, no? Mi nejdřív vyklikli nohy, kurva.
Merlin.
Revelio.
It's even more beautiful close up. It's got to be here. I just know it.
Confringo!
Given what Fwoopas are known to do, I never thought I'd be so happy to see this many of them.
I don't know. I've been listening to them for a while now, and I'm starting to lose my mind.
Very funny. I was just thinking how it's proof that poachers haven't been
Revelio.
assuming this is where the Moonstone is. Which means we're one step ahead of them. We found it! Well, we found what we came for. Now we just need to bring it to the henge.
Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing, too. We need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the Moonstone to the henge.
Shall we?
We shall. If we leave now, we should make it there by nightfall. That's the henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now that we're here, I'm not entirely sure how to feel. We knew we were at the cave for the Moonstone, but Doran didn't tell us what to expect when we placed the stone in the henge.
Whatever it is, it had better have to do with Snidgets.
The clock is ticking in that regard, isn't it? Let's make our way down. We're nearly at the end of this. I think that's it over there.
How's your gran doing, by the way?
Nothing keeps Gran down. She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next poacher that set foot on her doorstep. I still feel terrible that I'm the reason they went there.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the Snidgets.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it.
Ty si kurva můžeš tam vyskočit? Poppy, nevíš cestu? Já jsem se ztratil. Tam vytvoří ani Highwinga a to, jo, tady to dá.
I think we can safely say we know where the Moonstone goes.
Whoa!
Oh. That was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see even one? They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the Moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern they left behind on the ground normal?
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same, though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Gran that I've managed to see not one, but 2 mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on Highwing, or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night Well, the night I met Highwing, actually,
I'd love to hear about how you and Highwing met.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, Highwing had been captured by poachers. At first, they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead. More money, I suppose. I'd finally had enough. I freed Highwing and we ran. We'd flown for ages when I spotted mooncalves dancing below and we landed to watch them. It felt like an omen, a good one, a sign that the worst was over.
What do you mean you'd had enough and the worst was over?
You see, the night I freed Highwing was also the night I ran away from home. A poacher camp. I come from a family of poachers.
Why didn't you tell me this before? After all our time together.
I'm sorry. I thought about it so many times, but I'm ashamed of who my family is. I never fitted in, but the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with Highwing, I flew straight for her house.
How brave. I'm glad you escaped.
So am I. There were so many creatures I was unable to help when I was younger. Now that's all I want to do.
From everything I've seen, you're doing precisely that.
I've had a bit of help. I've never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
We were around so many poachers in the tent. Were you not worried about being recognized?
Poachers are nomadic, and most of the ones in the area aren't any I'd grown up with. That said, I suspect someone must have recognized me. That's how they got to Gran.
Do your parents know about the things you do now? Saving that dragon from the fighting ring, for instance.
We don't speak, or rather, they don't speak to me. Last I heard, they were in Borneo trying to make their fortunes there, acromantulas. However, I wouldn't be surprised if word has got back to them. Some days a part of me hopes that it has. Now that I'm older, I wish I could talk to them, get them to see sense. But sadly, I suspect that wouldn't do any good.
What was it like growing up in a family of poachers?
The thing I remember most was how much we moved around, always chasing the next big kill. It was chaotic and dangerous, and nowhere a child should ever grow up.
I'm glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers to beat. If you collect the Moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Are you finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think the pattern's a bird. At least that's what it looks like.
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidget lies in the moonlight?
Of course. That's it. We need to show this to Doran. Not that I'd know where to find him at this hour. Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down after a good night's sleep.
Agreed. I'm ready to leave if you are.
No, to nás zase rovno hodí i do ty common room, takže bomba. Ne, nehodí, hodí nás to před bomba. Ne, super. OK, tohle je všechno pro dnešní díl z Hogwarts Legacy. Já se s váma loučím a u dalšího dílu se nás těším. Mějte se a... Moment. Tady máme ještě nějaký kravinky. Mějte se a... Čus, čus.